Right, it is the 7th of January, the day after the final festive holiday in Spain, the Three Kings Reyes Magos Day, and I am in the mountains by myself because last year I missed all the snow in the mountains and I thought, not this year. So one of my resolutions was to go to the mountains when it was snowy. So hopefully we'll see snow because it's been absolute chaos. The moment snow coincides with days off, everyone goes absolutely bananas. There were queues basically all of these days at all of the stations, including my station this morning. I took a clip of the queue from the bus I wanted to get, which snaked all through the station up onto the street. So I had to change tack and I've come to the little village of Cercedilla, which is a bit lower than where I wanted to go. And even here, there was another bus that can take you up to that high point, again another queue. So instead I went to a little cafe where I usually go to warm up with a little coffee, which is bloody hot. And now I'm heading up to see if I can find some snow. My hand is freezing. Okay, so I'm now at the visitor centre for this sort of national park in that sense, the Guadarrama mountain range. There's various routes. I'm going to do the hardest one, the red one, purely because if I remember, it goes up there, goes the highest. So I'm presuming I'll have the most opportunity to see snow. What I don't see are any human beings. There's one chap at the visitor centre who I nodded to. I think it was a bit like, person. I just carried on. Because most people, if they're going to head off to the mountains today, are going to go right to the top in their cars or the buses to get the snow. We'll walk up, we'll see what happens. I have a packed lunch here, which I will gobble up in a few hours, and we'll see how we go. I have with me this reliable old book called Take a Hike, with all these little routes of Madrid, which I've been using since 2009 when I first moved here. I don't think I'll need it, but I always like to bring it along just in case I need some proper maps. They call this bit the ascent of hell, la subida del infierno. You can kind of see why. It's completely uphill since I started. That's where I have to go. But if I want snow, I want it now. No better way than up. Whew. Despite it being cold, I am sweaty. I run hot to see. Now I'm at a point here, is my big red marker, where I can go left and do the shorter route, following that red one there. Or if you look at my book here, so that left I showed you is this one. I'm going to carry on here and go up to that point there, which I think will be my highest point and the best chance of seeing snow. I decided against trying to do that path because I couldn't really clearly see it. So now I'm trying to make my way back off-piste a bit to the red path for the sake of everyone's sanity. I think that there is the red path, we hope. Can we see any red dots anywhere? I'm going to think that, oh, that's my finger, is the route. Hopefully. Found you. I'm now on the route I thought I was on earlier until I smelled something fishy, and it is a lot of uphill. The snow is starting to settle. I still wouldn't call this snow. It's kind of frosty new snow. I mean, it is white, which is nice, but it's rather lovely. It's all quite still, very festive looking. God knows where I'm going to stop for my lunch. Jesus. Well, it's a touch less steep now. I think we're getting to some form of clearing. There must be some kind of genetic necessity or biological possession that makes a 38-year-old man on the 7th of January in the middle of winter to just leave his house and walk through the mountains alone. I wonder what that is. Well, we've got a stream, and there's my red dot, and the other one is on that tree there. Ford this incredible river in one. Oh look, ice. Okay. There's something kind of funny about like resolutions in the new year. We all obsess about it, and really it's like 1 minute different from the previous year, but we all sort of charge up for pressing the reset button and be like, okay, now's the year I do this or that. But living in Spain, given that they have the 3 kings on the 6th, it feels like my reset button is on the 7th, not on the 1st. Also, I don't usually have a hangover on the 7th. Oh, look, another stream. This is an utterly frozen streamlet. You can see the ripples where it's slowly pushed up against the freezing of the ice. Must be careful where I stand. This isn't dangerous at all. Between 2 frozen streams. I think I need to get on that bit. Okay, we're either, I think we're here. We didn't get to that bit. We're on the Calle Alta. And how do I know that? Because I'm up high, and that's a calle. To give some idea of timings, I got into Cercedilla at 9:30 a.m. and it's currently 11:30. So all of that took 2 hours. Not the longest walk, but look at what you can have in 2 hours and a 1 hour on a bus. So in 3 hours from my house, well, plus 15 minutes on the metro, I can have this. People often ask me like, oh, why do you like Madrid? All this kind of stuff. And I'm always saying that I'm not really a beach guy. This is what I like. Because I come from a Thames town. So I like water. And I never have had mountains nearby. Maybe this is why we have the need to go to the mountains. Getting in touch with nature. There's also, I guess, a more personal bit for me, which is, as much as I love Madrid and, you know, I'm proud of the things I do there, between the shop and the tastings and the writing and all this stuff, despite the glamorous images to be found on the gram of the Insta variety, it's quite a stressful life, and I never really can relax. I'm literally tied to my phone, so there's times when you're sort of like, look, everyone needs to bugger off. I need to go away from the world, and I'll be at, 8,000 feet up a mountain, like I am now. So this is where we leave our dear red dots. That takes me down fairly steeply back to where we began, which I don't want. I want to walk more. So we carry on the high road. Okay, this is certainly the coldest part of the walk because I'm the highest, but now it's opening out. We'll see if I stop here because it's pretty cold and barren looking. Okay, this is my summit for the day. Let's have a little... This is where I planned a lunch stop, but I mean, it's a wee bit chilly. So yes, freezing up on the mountain, very exposed. I think I'm going to find the route down, which I think is there somewhere. Find somewhere a wee bit less exposed to the elements. But yeah, this is Collado del Rey. It's Collado del Freezing, am I right? Anyway, beautiful though. So I'm kind of hoping something like that takes me back down. There are paths, but this path is way less used. We'll see. Absolutely punishing for the knees. Just be very careful. Oh, new snow, touch slippy, but I think we're going okay. I'm gonna have a quick break here. I mean, it's still snowing, but I'm surrounded by the trees. So So I think it'll be easier here to have a little nibble, because then further down it opens up again, and then I'm kind of almost back to the town. I have 2 amazing hot dog sandwiches without any hot dogs, cheesy, hammy, pickly things. I have, of course, a hard-boiled egg, some trail mix flavoured as Christmas stuffing from the UK, and a little bit of dessert. I mean, if that doesn't look enticing, what does? It's so cold, it doesn't really taste of anything. But anyway. Dot, we meet again. As nice as my little sub-zero lunch was, the rock I was sitting on was very cold. My arse lost all feeling, and then I started to get quite cold. So my egg and my dessert, my very special dessert, we'll have to wait until a bit further down. You know, as much as I like a hard-boiled egg hypothermia, I'd like even less. And then you descend out of the snowy wonderland as if from a dream, recently forgotten. Because you can sort of start to feel the pull of civilization. You can see houses hiding over there in the snowy kind of haze. You can see a farmstead here, and you kind of know that that strange dreamlike Zen state that you had, lost up in the white, is gone until you come back. Welcome back. Well, now that it's warm enough I can manipulate my hands, I've got my egg surrounded by massive cows. Jeez Louise. I mean, I know I don't have any salt, but that is a good egg. Protein! Also an Easter egg for Laura. I put my shells in the bag. I don't want to get told off. Look at the baby cows. That is so cute. And there's Mama Bear. Okay, so I'm very much in the final stretch before arriving back at the station, where I'm going to have my dessert. Yesterday was the Three Kings Day in Spain. And there is a dish which they have. We have Christmas pudding in England. Here they have a roscón de reyes, the ringed bread of the kings. I'll put a photo of the real one on now. And yesterday I had my reyes with Laura's family, and we had Christmas pudding. So they gave me a slice of roscón to take away for my hike. It is good. How to end this video? My train is there in 20 minutes. Quite simply, sometimes a man or a woman, or everything in between, needs to just go to the mountains, disconnect, turn off, see some snow, breathe some proper air, so that when you get home your whole body flumps into a nice comfy gloop, which is what I intend to do now. So like, subscribe, press the buttons. See you for more adventures later.